Dear students, today we will see factoring. So what this factorization is? It is a process of finding the factors. So finding what to multiply together to get an expression that is called factor. Okay, finding what to multiply together to get an expression. It is like splitting an expression into a multiplication of simple expression, that we will call it as a factorization process. So for example, how we can find out the square root of a number? A square root is a value which gives the original number that multiplication of itself. For example, if I take square root of 4, 2 into 2 is 4. That means which gives the original number that multiplication of itself. Example, 6 multiplied by itself gives 36. Same way, 2 multiplied by 2 gives 4. Okay. Therefore, 6 is the square root of 36, or in other words, 36 is the square number of 6. We can say that a is equal to square root of b, or a square is equal to b. There are some properties, just we will go through it. A perfect square root always exists if a number is a perfect square. The square root of 4 is 2 and the square root of 16 is 4. So we can conclude that the square root of an even perfect square is even. The square root of even perfect square. So 4 and 2 are even, and again, like the square root of 4 is 2 and square root of 16 is 4. Even the 16 is even. So the square root of 9 is 3 and the square root of 81 is 9. So we can see that 9 is odd number, 3 is odd number, even the 81 is odd number. So that means the square root of an odd perfect square is odd. Square root of even perfect square is even. Square root of odd perfect square is odd. A perfect square cannot be negative, and hence the square root of a negative number is not defined. And from above, we can conclude that the digits ending with 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 will have a square root. Okay. And if a number ends with an even number of zeros, then it can have a square root. For example, 100, that means 100. 100 is having square root. If the 100, there are no square root. But the 40, that is 10,000, there is a square. Okay. If the unit digit of a number is 2, 3, 7 or 8, then a perfect square root is not possible. Okay, if the unit digit of a number is 2, 3, 7 or 8, then the perfect square root is not possible. If number ends with 2, 3, 7 or 8 in the unit digit, then the perfect square root does not exist. Okay, this is the concept, common concept. Thus, two square root values can be multiplied. For example, square root of 5 can be multiplied by square root of 2. Then it will be square root of 10. Okay, square root of 5, square root of 2 should be square root of 10. Two same square roots are multiplied to give a non-square root number. Okay, if you take square root of 5 multiplied by square root of 5, we get the result as 5. Then methods to find square root of a number. There are three methods to find out the square root of a number. One is repeated subtraction method. Second one is prime factorization method and division method. There are three methods to find out the square root. Repeated subtraction method, prime factorization method, division method. Okay. Some who made PUC science, they know about this process, but still for the common student, I am repeating these things. Okay. Repeated subtraction method, what that is? If the sum of the first n odd natural number is known to be n square, we will do this to calculate the square root of an integer by subtracting it several times. Okay, for example, maybe I want to find out the square root of 25. Okay, then I can take in this way. So 25 minus 1, that is a first odd number, is equal to 24. And this 24 again we will take. 24 minus 3 is 21. Again this 21 we will take. 21 minus 5, that is next odd number, is equal to 16. 16 minus 7, that is next odd number, is equal to 9. And 9 minus 9 is 0. And when we get 0, we will stop subtracting. And we will count the number of steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So square root of 25 is 5. So since we took 5 steps to get the 0. Okay, this is the concept of repeated subtraction. Even we can see one more example. Okay, even we will take even square root number. So here we took odd square root number. Okay, for this process is this one. We will take 16 and we will try. So 16 minus 1, so 15. Then 15 minus 3 is 12. And 12 minus 5 is 7. And the 7 minus 7 is 0. We can count number of steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it took 4 steps. That means it takes 4 steps to get the 0. Hence the square root of 16 is 4. Okay. Then find the square root of 49 using the repeated subtraction method. This I will leave it to you. Just try to find out. Prime factorization method. This is second method. And the prime factorization method, we will try to find out the factors of the given number. Okay. Maybe by taking all the prime numbers starting from maybe 2. Okay, all the prime numbers from 2. Maybe for example, to find out the prime factor of 126, so first we will take 2, whether it will be divided by 2. Then we will take 3, whether it is divisible by 3, the next number. Okay, and then 7. That means we will take all the prime factors to find out the square root. Okay, so just we will see the example. So if I take 16, 2 8 ja 16, so 0, then 2 4 ja 8, again 0, 2 2 ja 4, 0, so 2 1 ja 2. And these 2, 2 into 2 into 2 is a factors of 16. That is nothing but 2 square into 2 square. Okay, that means we can say that 4 is the factor of 16. This is called as factorization method. We will try to find out the factor and then we will see whether that will be a square of two numbers. Okay, 2 square into 2 square. And this is prime factorization method. Okay, you try other concepts, 25, 64, whether you can find out by using this prime factorization method. Next we will go to division method. There is one more method called division method. Okay, this is little bit complicated method. When the integers are sufficiently large, it is easy to obtain the square root of a perfect square by utilizing the long division approach. Because getting the square root through factorization becomes lengthy and complicated. To overcome this problem, there is one more method called division method. Okay. In the division method, step 1, first we will take the number whose square root is to find. Place a bar over every pair of the digit of the number starting from that in the units place, rightmost side. Let us divide the leftmost number by the largest number whose square is less than or equal to the number under the leftmost bar. Take this number as the divisor and the quotient. The number under the leftmost bar is considered to be dividend. and divide and get the number, bring down the number under the next bar to the right of the remainder, and then double the divisor, okay, or add the divisor to itself to the right of this divisor to find a suitable number which together with the divisor forms a new divisor for the new dividend. Okay, so we will see one example. By that you will understand what this process is. Find the square root of 144 using the division method. In this method, start the division from the leftmost side. Here is 1 is the number whose square is 1. So 1 1 ja 1. Correct? So that means 1 minus 1 is 0. We can leave that one. Now this 1 and 1 will act like a x. Here you can see 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, we will take the same number which we have taken here, that we will add, okay, putting it in the divisor and the quotient and then doubling it will give as, so 1, and we will put in the quotient, okay, 1 we put in the quotient in the first step, then we will add that 1 plus 1 2, and that we will keep in the leftmost place, that is 2, 1 plus 1 is 2, and this we will take it as a x. Okay, now what will be that x value? X value may be 22. Okay, we will try to find out, maybe 22 2 ja how much? So 22 2 ja is 44. So that means again finding is not necessary. Okay, we will try to multiply by taking this one as a x, and even we will take the same x here. That means whatever number you are taking at this place, if you are taking 21, you have to take 1 here. If you are taking 22, you have to take 2 here. That means whatever value is this one, the same one we have to take in the quotient as the next number. So we took 2 here, we have to take the 2 in this place. So 22 2 ja 44, and you know 12 12 ja 144. So in this way, for the larger numbers, this may be a easier method. Okay. Okay. And you try to find out the square root of 196 using the same division method. Okay, you try to find out. Even I send the notes, by that you will come to know what is the square root of 196 and how to find it. Okay, use the same above method. Use the same above method. Maybe you got the method. First we will take the first number in this one. So I want to find out the square root of 144. So we will take this 1 and that we will keep on this side. Okay, and we will try to divide the number by this 1 and we will keep the same number in the quotient. So 1 1 ja 1, then 1 minus 1 is 0, and the remaining number is 44. Then the next number, which number we can take here? Whatever number you are taking as the next number in this number. Since 1 plus 1 is 2, whatever number we are taking, that we are adding, and we will get the leftmost digit, that is 2. And in the right, we can place only that number which we can place here. So if I keep 1, 21 1 ja 21, it's not possible to take this 44. So we can take 2 and try. 22, 22 2 ja 44. So 0. That means the 12 is the square root of 144. Okay, try to find the square root of 196 by the same method. This is the image copy of program to implement finding the square root using repeated subtraction process. This is just for your understanding. Even in the notes, I will provide that program. Thank you. God bless you.